How do clinical trials generate safety evidence, and why do important harms still appear later? This walkthrough follows trials from first use in humans to post-authorization, then shows how safety events are classified and reported. You will also see the main European Union and United Kingdom rules that govern this work. Interventional trials generate the safety data that supports a marketing authorization, but they usually involve selected populations, short exposure, and modest numbers. That means rare harms, delayed harms, and interaction-driven harms often appear only after authorization, which is why post-marketing pharmacovigilance exists alongside trials. Phase 1 is first administration to humans, usually in small numbers, to assess safety, tolerability, and pharmacokinetics, often with dose escalation. Phase 2 explores efficacy and dose ranging in the target patient population. Phase 3 provides larger, usually randomized and controlled evidence. Phase 4 continues after authorization in wider populations. Modern development does not always fit neatly into phase labels. ICH-E8-R1 encourages describing studies by their objective rather than by phase name, because phases can overlap. That helps you focus on what a study is designed to answer, instead of relying only on its label. Randomization assigns participants to trial arms by chance. This helps balance known and unknown prognostic factors and removes selection bias from allocation. Allocation concealment is different from blinding. It keeps the upcoming assignment hidden from the person enrolling the participant before treatment is given. Blinding hides treatment identity from participants, investigators, assessors, or analysts to reduce bias in outcome reporting and assessment. A control arm provides the comparison needed to attribute an effect to treatment. That control may be placebo, an active comparator, or standard care. Without control, natural disease course or placebo response can mislead you. The primary endpoint is the pre-specified outcome the trial is powered to detect. Secondary and exploratory endpoints can support it, but not replace it. Surrogate endpoints need justification because they can mislead. Safety endpoints are usually descriptive, so no significant difference does not prove no risk. Trials often exclude people most likely to be harmed in practice, including older people, pregnancy, renal impairment, and heavy communication. This is one reason trial safety data has limits. For randomized trials, Consort 2025 sets the reporting standard, including the presentation of harms and protocol deviations. ICH-E6R3 is organized as an overarching principles document, plus annexes. Annex 1 replaced E6R2 and took effect in the European Union from 23 July 2025. Annex 2 covers pragmatic and decentralized designs and real-world data sources, and becomes effective on 15 January 2027. The 11 principles cover ethical conduct, informed consent, independent ethics review, scientific soundness, and qualified personnel. They also cover quality by design, proportionate processes, clear protocols, reliable results, documented roles, and investigational product standards. The whole guideline is risk-based and proportionate, so controls should match participant risk and data importance. The sponsor is responsible for starting, managing, and financing the trial, including safety assessment and reporting to regulators. The investigator runs the trial at a location, looks after participants, and makes medical decisions, including causality assessment for adverse events. The monitor checks that the trial is conducted, recorded, and reported to protocol, G, C, P, and law. A contract research organization can carry out sponsor duties under a written contract, but the sponsor keeps ultimate responsibility for the data and for participants. A Research Ethics Committee, or IRB, gives independent approval before the trial and reviews it during its life, protecting rights, safety, and well-being. Independent ethics review before a trial starts is one of the 11 principles, and review continues through the trial. Consent must be voluntary, informed, and documented after clear information that supports a well-reasoned decision. Consent is a process, not a one-time signature, and it must be revisited when safety information changes or the protocol is modified. The protocol sets out objectives, design, population, procedures, endpoints, statistics, and safety reporting rules, and it is approved before the trial starts. The investigator brochure gathers the non-clinical and clinical data relevant to human use. The clinical study report presents methods and results in the ICHE3 structure and sits in Module 5 of the Common Technical Document. The investigator brochure contains the reference safety information as a clearly identified section listing expected serious adverse reactions with frequencies for an unlicensed investigational product. That section must be clearly separated inside the brochure. If the product already has a marketing authorization, Section 4.8 of the Summary of Product Characteristics acts as the reference safety information. Expectedness is judged against the reference safety information version in force when the event occurred, not the version current when the report reaches the sponsor. An adverse event is any untoward medical occurrence. A serious adverse event causes outcomes such as death, life-threatening illness, hospitalization, persistent disability, or congenital anomaly. An adverse reaction is an untoward response with a reasonable possibility of a causal relationship to the investigational medicinal product. A serious adverse reaction is both serious and suspected to be causal. A SUSAR is a serious adverse reaction whose nature or severity is not consistent with the reference safety information. In the worked example, a 62-year-old in a double-blind Phase 3 trial of an oral anticoagulant is admitted on day 40 with acute upper gastrointestinal bleeding. It is an adverse event because it is an untoward medical occurrence. It is serious because it required inpatient hospitalization. The investigator also judges a reasonable possibility of causality, making it a serious adverse reaction. The reference safety information lists gastritis only. A life-threatening hemorrhage is more severe than that listed term, so the reaction is unexpected and becomes a SUSAR. Because the trial is blinded, the sponsor breaks the blind only for that participant to confirm whether the participant received the investigational product rather than the comparator. Day 0 is when the sponsor first becomes aware of the minimum information, not when the event happened or when the site wrote it down. A serious but not life-threatening SUSAR is reported within 15 calendar days. A fatal or life-threatening SUSAR goes within 7 calendar days, with relevant follow-up in a further 8 days. Weekends and public holidays still count. Submit SUSARs to MHRA and Vigilance, with DSUR due 60 days after data lock and results in 12 months. SUSARs are submitted electronically to the MHRA, and in the European Union, they go to the Vigilance database. Annual Aggregate Safety Review is done through the Development Safety Update Report under ICHE2F, based on the Development International birth date and due within 60 days of the data lock point. In the United Kingdom, current reforms also require public registration and results publication within 12 months of trial end. Clinical trials give controlled and high-quality safety evidence, but they do not reveal every harm. You now have the core path from trial design and good clinical practice to event classification, SUSAR deadlines, and annual safety review. You have also seen the main European Union and United Kingdom rules shaping safety reporting and transparency today.